In Mulheim in north-west Germany, pretty close we are to the Dutch border. And Wes Newton, who was 2-0 down, now 3-2 up against Kevin Painter, as these two good friends battling out for a place
Six leg, it's Kevin and
in the quarterfinals, a clash with Andy Hamilton.
Yeah, I think that break will suit Kevin, because Wes was really getting on a roll there. The last three legs won and flowing. Now it's sort of, there was a break of time, and it'll be interesting to see if Wes can continue to hit the triple the way he has been, and he is.
Yep, just gets in a rhythm, doesn't he? When he does, it's very, very difficult to stop when he's playing like this. It was interesting that during the break, Wes Newton went off stage for a little while, and Kevin Painter chose to stay on.
Well, Wes did return fairly quickly and was throwing quite a bit. They both were. And obviously, the status quo is just that.
I mean, we've seen regularly over the years that the breaks do play a huge part in games. You know, when players have momentum.
They often do. Not always, but they often do, yeah. It's time for a player to think one way or the other. Maybe get a little overconfident, complacent. Maybe to fire themselves up if they're struggling prior. And with all the experience of playing matches in these situations, you learn to try and keep focused.
Well, good darts. He may have left himself on a bogey number, despite the fact that we've seen a 180 and a 140 here from Newton. Painter is going to have darts to win the leg.
57. Kevin required 40.
A 3-all. He's a long way off. That's a really good dart. That's an excellent. The first two were a fair way off. That double five was a belter. 3-all.
Yeah, and it's probably been a good 15 minutes since Kevin hit his last double, so that'll be a relief for him.
Yeah, beating Mark Webster in Doncaster at the start of December last year to win that elusive first TV major, the Players' Championship Finals, and it meant so much to Kevin Painter. A real competitor.
60.
I would imagine it's very difficult to play.
Well, you know, he's very deliberate about his outshots, and he doesn't miss much, and that can put you off. You're hoping for that miss, and you get more time to think about it, and if he drills it like he normally does, that could be a discouraging factor.
We'll have to switch, blocking the bed there with those two darts, Wes Newton. Maybe a squeak of an opening here for Painter. Needs to find a treble though.
44.
Kevin, he has his own style and he sticks to it, and I think that's a great thing. You know, he knows how to play, how he can play well himself. He doesn't try to play like anyone else. He just does. He has his whole routine,
59.
and he sticks to it, and he makes it work.
Very precise as well, isn't he, on the stage and often. I mean, he turns up at venues
very early.
Very early, indeed. Probably a good 4 or 5 hours before, and he has his routine, and he does the same thing, and that's what suits him.
99.
Very precise as well, the way he goes about things. Exactly the same on the stage.
I mean, I think all the players have routine to a certain degree, but yeah, he's a good example of a strict routine. He doesn't feel comfortable unless he approaches it the same way every time. I'm a bit like that myself. I need to do things at certain times of the day, and it's the only way to go.
Double 12 for Wes Newton. The pressure was on from Painter. That was a really good two-dart finish there from Newton.
Game on.
As close as we thought it would be. 4-3, both players averaging 95.
That's routine. The ball is not to miss doubles.
21.
A lot of room there for Newton. Well, he'll be disappointed with that. It was the perfect first dart, the way that his darts go into the board. Still to come, Phil Taylor against the young Dutchman Jerry Hendricks. There we go.
Caught the other dart, didn't get in through. That's the difference. He would have had a nice lead in the leg if that had happened. Now Painter exploiting the bad luck. Great professionalism drilling that 180 right then.
5 maximums in the match already. Good standard this, John. We expected it. 97 now, the averages for both. Another one of those.
Now, Wes needs to 141. It's in the 20s. 61 for this dart. Kevin sitting on 24 though, knowing he's getting a shot.
130. Kevin required.
It's double 12.
It won Newton the last leg.
Yeah, that second dart kind of bent down a little bit, encroached on the airspace, and Kevin sensed that.
Could be important misses as well, John, as Newton looks at double 4.
Oh, that was for the 2-leg margin. Kevin let off the hook. So, double 6.
That would have been 5 legs out of 6 for Newton. Could be a big moment in this match.
Oh, the bust with 1 dart. That's the most frustrating thing you can have to happen to you in darts. You always figure I'm going to get 3 darts for a double, and if you do that, you get 1 only. It's really frustrating. Double 1, expertly hit by Wes there to take that 2-leg advantage.
Game on.
Well, it is 5 legs out of 6, and we all know that Kevin Painter wears his heart on his sleeve, and those 2 darts will hurt him. The bust on double 13, and then seeing his opponent hit double 1.
100.
And of course, double 1 is often a double where you do bust with your first dart because you go low, anywhere but the double, and you get a bust except high.
100.
But it was the other way around, fortunately for Newton.
Great darts. Used the first dart beautifully, didn't he there? The second one into the treble off the barrel, and the third following.
44.
Things getting a little bit away from Kevin now.
5 legs out of 6. Painter led 2-0.
Yeah, Kevin, he had that great 180 in the middle of the last leg, but failed to cash in. I say it all the time. If you're fortunate, if you make your own luck, you still have to cash in on it. You can't, luck it just doesn't win. You have to also execute to take advantage of luck.
I mean, for someone who has a lot of experience in this, let me just ask you, I mean, Kevin Painter, of course,
27.
earned his spot in the Premier League this year on merit, and loved every minute of it. I'm just wondering whether the Premier League experience has affected Painter this year.
There's no doubt in my mind. Having played on several occasions, you know, it's your top 8 in the world, you know, basically, and you know, there's going to be 4 guys losing more than they're winning, and psychologically, you're not used to that if you're a winner. So it does some damage, and it's also physically grueling. It's double four.
Game
Yes.
shot and a
A
knife.
three-leg advantage. 6-3 up.
10 flag gives Kevin.
Kevin's got to find some way to hold his own throw here and stop the bleeding.
Yep, another one gone as far as Painter is concerned. Yeah, I mean, you're 14 weeks all around the country, and basically that becomes, I would imagine, the focus of your life for completely, all-consuming for 3 months. And
Well, it's
since
just-
the Premier League, he's not done a lot, John.
It's just about a third of the year. Yeah, it consumes everything. A lot of energy is mental and everything else, and it's a great opportunity in a great competition. But it does come at a price if you're one of the ones on the bottom, because, like I said, they're great players and they're not used to losing more than they win, and that takes its toll.
But let's be honest, you'd rather be there than not.
Well, yes, you know, you have to.
60.
You want to go for it. You want to try and do your best, but nobody who finishes bottom of the Premier League is used to being in that position.
Well, Painter there. I'm not sure. I think Painter there was running to throw. Wes missed a dart when he was trying to pull the dart out the board, but that may affect Painter more than you.
85.
I think Wes looked a little puzzled there by what that was all about.
Well, yeah, there's no way on earth that Wes is trying to slow the game down or
No.
put off Kevin. He just wants to get on with it, especially since he's winning. But I think Kevin just, he knows that. Yeah, he's using it as an excuse to slow it down himself,
Yeah.
and have the pause, and
140.
Great
hopefully
140.
derail Wes a bit on his scoring. But Wes knows better.
Just finally on the Premier League, it's still what you all aspire to. I mean, you would love to be having another crack at it next year. wouldn't you?
85.
Oh yeah, I think it's great to be able to
161.
participate in that, and every player wants to do it. It just does come at a price. It's the triple 20 now. So Kevin a chance now to hold his throw on a 111 outshot needed. Certainly capable.
Well, I would think it's a must here, John.
Yeah, that's a great first dart. He's going for tops.
71.
Well, he's lost 6 out of the last 7.
71.
I think if Newton breaks again here, I can't see him losing.
So double 8.
Game
Well,
shot.
that's damaging. That's damaging for Kevin Painter, especially when you're stood behind and you see Newton make a mess of the first start, looking for treble 13, hits single 4, but still finds a way to take out 71. And he's won 7 out of the last 8 legs. And Wes Newton, you would think, is closing in on the quarterfinals of the European Championship.